Not even 10 a.m. And I was in the comments section of the Metro arguing with vegans about nutrition, wasting my time, wasting my life, watching the seconds, the minutes, the hours of my existence trickle down the drain of poor journalism, just running off down the sewer of oblivion into the anus of reality. And who's to blame for this? I'm obviously not going to take any responsibility myself. That would be a foolish thing to do. Snips, he's dead against it. So I guess the blame falls at your feet. I'm afraid, guys. Particularly, actually, not all of you. I'm going to say not all of you. But to name names, I will name Frisk. I think he certainly shares a large part of the blame. Also, is Hogboy in there? Where's yep, Hogboy definitely sharing some of the blame. Chode would be dead against this. Squidgy possibly. Benage undoubtedly. Is Lee there? Lee should definitely saddle at least some of the blame. Okay, so I see the talk has already got round to the recent hack of Clayton's business account of his Jerk Me Off. Is it called? Jerk Me Off? No, Jerk Me Hard. What's it? I mean, it is literally called something that ridiculous. Anyway, he's got a food stall. It's called Jerk Me Off, I think. And it's been hacked by someone who doesn't like him very much, and they've written a sort of 10-page diatribe about what an arsehole he is. Goes in pretty hard. I shan't go through it, but that's there on the internet if anyone wants to see it. Tally, probably in your bed, I reckon. What do you think? Rather than stood at the door squeaking, I don't think there's any value in that to anyone. So not who's on the other side of the door, not me, not making me crazy. Is that what it's supposed to be? The pun? Jerk me crazy. I don't get it. Why? Anyway, part of it is that he doesn't have a food hygiene certificate. That is very low down the list of narky bits in the 10-page diatribe, though. So, rough time. Sucks to be Clayton today, I guess. Does anyone like Clayton? I've never heard anyone say anything good about him. I will be honest. Never met him. Some people are like, oh, well, his body's responsible for, putting out a lot of good records. True. That is true. Anyway, look, guys, it's Friday. We fucking made it, my dudes. My dudes and dudettes. Kind of just using dudes in a sort of non-gender specific way. Like guys, I would say. Dudes, I think you can... Language is transient. You can say what you want. It doesn't matter these days, does it? I mean, there is 752 genders. You're going to offend someone by saying dudes, aren't you? What are you going to do? It's currency these days. Who cares? Guys, look, got a satchel full of news shite. I've got a... Oh, that's not good, is it? Where's the iPad gone? I thought the desk was looking a bit sparse today. Universal Serial Bus 3 is in the chat, so that's good news, isn't it? Rec de Hoos Juice. Also, in the house, Squidgy Beats, Chode Ryder, L Tech, Hog Boy, John Anderson, Frisk, Stin. God, they're all in there. It's a real who's who of Lobster Crew today, isn't it? Has anyone seen the video going round of Wesley Snipes in the club? He's on a gentleman's shoulder. They're just dancing, just grooving around. I think it's a club in America. He was out late last night, so I presume that was where he was. Probably just a night on the lobster dust. Just getting it done. God bless him. Sack full of shoe throwers, as is commonly the case. Might play another bit off this State of Mind album. I mean, that seems like a reasonable thing to do, right? The album is called Land of the Blind. Played the bit off it yesterday. Nice bit. Shoe throw of the week, potential. Really, I think for me, it's a toss-up between Document 1, Holy Moly, and that State of Mind bit that was called Nothing More to Say. But listen, guys, we'll get into all of that. Don't worry. I'm here to help. I'm here to ease your naked body into the weekend, to grease you up, to really help you slide across the slip and slide of the workday and just straight into the gaping ass of the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes, that's all I want.
You're getting on, you're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Threshold.fm, Coffee and Memes, YouTube, all the fucking goodness a growing boy or gal or non-binary needs. Just to become big and strong and muscly to smash the patriarchy! Anyway, Learn to Code is in the chat, that's good news. Mitten says he's listening on the app and has also called me a slag. It's a little early in the morning to be slut-shaming me, but my mum used to call me a slut quite a lot when I was a child. I think it has a different meaning to boomers. Like, just, oh my god, the state of your bedroom! How can you live like such a slut? I don't think she really understood the modern connotations of it. I was maybe 12. I was like, Mum, what? Why? Well, what? Outrageous. Let me know in the chat if your mum used to call you a slut. I think it was a common thing in the late 90s that, you know, mothers would call their children of any gender a slut. And, yeah. Wearing last night's beard. Fuck you. Right, Rec de Hoos Juice. First to be banned today. So that's 300 seconds in the sin bin on Bad Island. Just next to... what's it called? Lil St. John's? Lil St. Richard's? Lil St. Fucking what's Epstein's Island called? Epstein's Island. Name. Lil St. John's? Lil St. James. Anyway, it's just next to Little St. James, the Ban Island. It's equally as terrifying. Less kids, though. Guys, what have we got in the news today? Pistols pulled over cold fall. Forget it. I'm not doing it anymore. No, I say I'm checking in. This is the last show. I've had enough. I can't do it. Right. Yeah, you can take my Space Raiders. Fine. Take it. Take my Cafe Neuro. Don't care. Take my Lobster. Not interested. No good. Just not. It's not a goer. No. Absolutely no way. Not happening. That's it. There you go. Take the dog. No, it's just not doing it. Not doing it! Right. Alright, fine, come on. Come here, baby. Oh, she's a good girl. You're getting heavy, you're getting fat. Too much snaffling of forbidden goodies found in bushes. That's her problem. She managed to find half a roast chicken in a bush this morning. I mean, and there are not a lot of bushes on the seafront, I'll be honest, along the Hove Lawns stretch of walk. She's going some, but yeah, in the sort of, they've removed, well, all the, let's go with the politically correct term, travellers have all gone. They only lasted a couple of days. I don't imagine that they were 50 caravans, traveller caravans, parked up on Hove Lawns in Hove on the seafront a couple of weeks ago. Don't know if they're commies, maybe they were. And obviously that caused a bit of a stir, isn't it? It's like everyone in Brighton's like super liberal, super lefty, until the gypsies arrive. Oh, well, something must be done. Oh, no, we have to think of the children. So they were cleared off at the hurry up and have moved down apparently to Saltdean, where they took over a pub and the riot police had to be called. Sounds like a hoot. Anyway, next to there was a bit of a tent city cropping up. And anyway, that's been sort of cleared a little bit. They've packed it all up. All the stuff's still there, but the tents are no longer there. Anyway, there's a couple of sort of little bushes there. And in one of them was a delicious roast chicken that somehow Tally managed to find and was in the business of that sort of that dogs do when they're schnaffling illicit schnaffle. And I had to run over, Tally, oi, come in, like, all of this business. Run over there, prise the fucking chicken bones out of her mouth. Dogs can't be having cooked chicken bones. No. Sharp, stuck in little doggo throats. Bad times. Anyway, as I was saying, pistols pulled over cold food at McDonald's. So you think you've got it bad? There are people out there getting served up cold food at McDonald's. A perfectly reasonable thing to pull out a pistol for. I think we all agree. Drive-through duo busted for hamburger beef. You just love the smoking gun. They're the only website I enjoy reading. They proofread their articles. They don't have spelling mistakes. They don't copy and paste the same fucking thing. They really are something to be looked up to, I would say, for tabloid journalism. September 10th, 2 Florida nitwits. Beautiful. Are jailed on felony charges after they allegedly threatened a McDonald's drive-thru worker with guns because their hamburgers were cold. Cops say. I love that they call the police cops. Nitwits is a fucking underused, underrated term. Bozos is great as well. And dunce. I've been using the word dunce to describe a particular individual who won't be named recently, and it's very applicable. You shut up, you fucking dunce. What's that dunce done now? I might make a special, like, one of those cone-style D hats. Give it to them. Some non-gender specific language there to, keep people guessing. According to an arrest report, Joanne Davis and Jordan Dunn early yesterday brandished 2 pistols. I also like the use of the word pistols. Kind of, you imagine something quite old, like a sort of flintlock pistol as well. He had a pistol and a dagger. Brandishing 2 pistols in a threatening manner while at the drive-thru window of McDonald's on Palm Coast, a city nearly 30 miles north of Daytona Beach. Sorry. The men, both of whom are 20, became upset when a McDonald's worker brought out grub that was not warm enough for their liking. The men told the employee that they wanted their food, which included 5 burgers, remade. According to the police, one of the men explained that, "I don't play about my food." The point was allegedly emphasised when Davis and Dunn pulled out 2 pistols in a threatening manner for employee Tyrone Walker to see. The worker, who agreed to provide Davis and Dunn with fresh food, called 911 whilst the pair sat in their Ford Fusion waiting for hot burgers. What do you think this is? Grand Theft Auto? Like, seriously, you can't just go threatening people with guns and then waiting and sat there. Come on, man. When cops arrived around 4 a.m, Davis and Dunn were arrested at gunpoint by sheriff's deputies who surrounded the pair's vehicle. While acknowledging they were upset about the cold food, Dunn and Davis claimed they were only joking when they displayed their weapons to the McDonald's worker. Is there an open carry policy in Florida? It wouldn't surprise me if there was. That is hotter than I thought it would be. Dunn reportedly told police Davis got mad about the burgers and grabbed the Springfield handgun and began waving it around towards the drive-thru window. Davis, Dunn said, waved the firearm above the driver's side window so it could be seen. Dunn, who was in the front passenger seat, added that he pulled out his BB gun approximately 2 times, but kept it down on his lap. Davis, cops reported, told them he pulled the black gun out under the driver's seat and began waving the gun around. Search of the car turned up a stolen handgun, a BB gun, and some marijuana, for which Dunn claimed ownership. Dunn told cops, "I ain't a bad person," as he was being placed in the rear of a police cruiser. I think that's a good thing to shout while you're being arrested for waving guns around at workers of the service industry, because your food is not hot. It's just banter, just waving a firearm at the entry-level job worker's face because their food wasn't hot enough. I'm not a bad guy. Hey, I'm a nice guy, yeah? I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Ask my mum, yeah? I'm a good guy. But I just want hot food. Is hot food too much to ask for? Is it? Why does it have to be cold? I just want hot food. Why? I'm a good guy. I just wanted a McDonald's at 4 o'clock in the morning to be hot. I'm a good guy. I'm good to my kids. My kids love me. Yeah. Yeah. I don't speak to their mum anymore, but I'm a good guy. Okay. Pictured above, Davis, Top, and Dunn were arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. They're going away for years for this. And other assorted felony and misdemeanor charges and put them into the county jail. Davis is still being held in lieu of a 13-grand bond, while Dunn will need to post $10,500 to secure his release. Like, these two are going to prison for a long time for this. They're going to be in for, like, what a fucking waste. What a waste of probably 5 years of these two's lives. Idiots. You idiots. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. I'm not a bad person. I'm stupid, though. I'm really stupid. Look, guys, let's have a shoe thrower. Someone was recommending Chain Reaction. Could have been Big Maddie, right? I don't know. I can't be expected to remember everything. I can remember really intimate details of stories from raves where I was on a lot of drugs, but I cannot remember what I have to do today. Why? Anyway, Chain Reaction, State of Mind, and Copper.
Chain reaction, giving blood to a shark, it's the same reaction. Yo, lights, camera, chain reaction. If you mess around with ours, then we're taking action. Off your lights, camera, chain reaction, giving blood to a shark, it's the same reaction. Yo, lights, camera, chain reaction. If you mess around with ours, then we're taking action. Off your lights. Around with eyes, you know we're taking action.
Frisk in the Discord is talking about starting a fucking union.
Body bag and tagging them like Christian Dior. Armageddon got them stepping to the door. When we're repping on the floor, knock her up. Forget what you saw. Talking sideways, you'll always end up picking up your jaw. Left hand, old school, Tyson. Sway left to right. Everybody dead tonight. Stage right in front of the hype. Hit rolling with a bite. Never the first to fight, always the first to type. We're turning out your lights.
Yeah, man, Chain Reaction, State of Mind, nice bit of gear.
unionize, you know we're taking action.
Yeah, man, that's Chain Reaction State of Mind. Right, listen, on a serious note, though, if you like unionise, I tell you what, you will feel the crushing boot of the bourgeoisie. All right? The feathery king will not stand for a fucking union. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. Like, if I try and get in and there's a fucking picket line out there, I'll bulldoze the lot of you. All right? I'm saying, look, it has been noted that I have become more totalitarian, particularly in these last couple of months. And my happy-go-lucky, let's all, you know, everything's good mentality of the beginning few, let's say the first 6 months of Coffee and Memes is well and truly gone. Those days are over. If you want to relive those days, then the whole archive is up on YouTube. But today, from now, that is long gone. That is a long, distant memory. Okay, now I'm ruling with an iron fist. I'm ruling by force, by fear, by terror. Okay? You even think about unionising? Oh my God. I was talking to a mate of mine who works for BA. I was like, you on strike? So I was at the beginning of the week. You fucking commie. You should go to fucking work. So I ain't a scab. Well. What's this? Moustaches Stalin-esque. What was a picture? Stalin's tash. I don't know. It was big, a lot bigger than Hitler's, wasn't it? I mean, but you would say it's like the size of the moustache directly proportionate to how much of a dictator they are. But does it go the other way? Is it the smaller the tash? Because if that is the case, Mugabe must have been one of the greatest monsters of history. You know, I don't know. But Stalin, by the numbers, killed a lot more people than Hitler. So I don't know. Are we doing it by the numbers? Look, let's not get into it. What happened to Kenny Ken? What happened to Kenny? What happened to Kenny Ken back to back with Kenny Ken? He's in the gulag. No, he had another passport refused, I believe. He's written a handwritten letter. I've seen. It's worth a shot. There were some spelling mistakes in it. God bless him. But I guess with the amount of money that he's been spending on passport renewals, he probably doesn't have money for a computer. God bless him. I think maybe we should set up a crowdfunder for him. Seems like a good thing to spend money on. I think he's still waiting for his driving license to come through. Hey, I don't know. He listens to the show though. Kenny, give us an update. You know, hope you're all right, son. What have we got here? Man quits his job after being outed as Australia's notorious poo jogger. Todd Jogger. He was said to have relieved himself 30 times outside the same block of flats. That is habitual, isn't it? A man accused of serially pooing in public has quit his job after a photographer caught him revealing himself on a suburban Brisbane street. Revealing what? His anus? Woman charged with hate crime over... Oh, yeah. Oh, she got charged. Rough. Woman in burqa having a go at a gay pride protester. A man named Andrew Douglas McIntosh was dubbed the poo jogger. I prefer Todd Jogger. Yeah, or Job Jogger. Jobby Jogger. If it was Scotland, it'd be Jobby Jogger. And it'd be better for it. After a story on Australia's Courier Mail, which pictured the former manager supposedly defecating in public. McIntosh was photographed holding toilet paper outside the Logan Road, but he brings his own bog roll on May 11th and has been charged with one count of public nuisance. It is alleged that McIntosh, 64? Fucking hell. He's a grown-ass man. He's basically a pensioner. 64 fouled on the private footpath of an apartment block near his Greenslopes Brisbane home 30 times over the last year. Is that him? Is that a legit picture of him? Oh my God, that's amazing. Wow. That is the look of a man who's like, oh fuck, I've been rumbled. That's a good shot as well. I mean, they really have caught him with his trousers down, haven't they? Come on. Lobsters. I must fire that up again. Well, I've lost my place now. According to local reports, the regularity of McIntosh's movements proved to be his undoing, with the residents setting up cameras to catch him in the act. With his reputation seemingly in the toilet, McIntosh has since stepped down from his job as a quality care manager at Aveo, a company that runs retirement villages. Aveo later confirmed his resignation as pictures of McIntosh mid-motion went viral. Why did you have to leave your job for that? I can appreciate you could maybe be fired. They decide that your out of work conduct has caused them to have to fire you, but to step down, I don't know. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, McIntosh is also a Brisbane City Council Institute Inclusive Brisbane Board. Is on Brisbane City Council's Inclusive Brisbane Board, which advises on community issues associated with development and planning. It's not known if he has also stepped down from that position. What? Hey, shut up. An Aveo spokesperson told the Herald, until yesterday, Aveo Group was not aware of the charges laid against Mr. McIntosh. Aveo Group is distressed and disappointed at the alleged incidents concerning Mr. McIntosh. He has tendered his resignation to the company today and is no longer an employee. Aveo will continue to extend its support to Mr. McIntosh for any help he may require. What does that mean? What, like help wiping his arse? Help finding a toilet? Is his toilet at home blocked? What's going on? All right, well, let's... Why is he doing it? So, possible explanations for it. One, there's someone who lives there that he hates. So he's todding on their doorstep every day. It's not out of the realms of possibility. I guess it could be understood. Wouldn't be the course of action I would take. Two, he's some sort of pervert. And this is his pervy business. He could be perving over a particular person, or it's just some sort of pervy thing. Three, he's mentally ill. Okay, so it's... I don't know. With the he hates someone, and so he's doing it, is probably the best because that he's just an arsehole. Arsehole, perv, or mentally ill. I guess arsehole's the best option. Probably then, I don't know, it's a toss-up really with perv. I mean, there's definitely an overlap between the perv and mental illness sort of thing, isn't there? I would say, or am I just kink-shaming him, you know? Maybe I am. Maybe we should throw him a fucking parade. Yeah? Come on. Woo! Add him to the flag. Fortune teller took 1.3 million from depressed student to remove curse from dead mum. 1.3 million. Sherry Tina Unawich, 29, convinced the bereaved woman that her late mum had been the subject of a curse by a witch in South America. Wow. Is that him? Oh no, is he out? Oh, he's out tackling fraud. It's hard to tell with a goatee beard whether or not they're good or evil, isn't it? A psychic who conned nearly 1.3 million off a student. Where's the student getting that kind of money from? Mourning the loss of her mum by claiming she could lift a curse, has been jailed. Sherry Tina Unawich claimed to be able to ward off curses and created an elaborate scheme to take money off the victim, who she considered a friend. Unawich, 29, told the woman that her late mum had been cursed by a witch in South America and it would cost a lot of money to free her. Fucking hell. During a 7-year friendship, the con woman took 1.6 million from the Brazilian medical student who was suffering from depression. After her father died, she handed over hundreds of thousands of dollars in inheritance money. The Houston Chronicle reports. What a scumbag. Even after moving away, the victim continued to send money to Unawich, who eventually came clean about lying in 2014. Unawich, who went by the name Jacqueline Miller, met the woman at the Galleria shopping mall in Houston and struck up a conversation. Wow. The con woman, who suffers from schizophrenia, took the student to a fortune-telling parlour and over coming months carried out spiritual work. On several occasions. She was jailed for 40 months in order to pay back the cash after admitting wire fraud. So it's a funny thing, right, with the sort of psychics. I mean, I'm certainly of the belief that psychics are either con people or they're ill. And so it's difficult, isn't it? Because what, you can victim blame? You can say, well, if you're stupid enough to go to a psychic, then you deserve to lose a bit of money. But particularly when it's like, trying to speak to someone who's dead, trying to speak to your dead mama or something, and someone's like, yes, no, I can contact her. Oh, I'm getting it. Yep. She's saying she's pleased to be back with your dad and get some of that sweet, sweet D again. So I guess she's happy. Cool, here's 20 quid. But, like, there's a lot that, I mean, I guess there's, it's got to be some sort of illness. But is it an illness if you believe your own lies? You believe that you're a psychic. You believe that could you consider that a mental illness? Is that schizophrenia? I mean, there are, as they say, there are levels to this shit. Should we just go and arrest all psychics? That sounds like the sort of thing that any decent communist government would do. Well, when they're really clamping down on people. They clamp down on religion, get rid of all of that. You'd probably do the psychics first, wouldn't you? You'd work your way up. Now I'm thinking about this. Now I am moving towards totalitarianism. I just think democracy's overrated. I'm just saying, it's not working out that well at the moment, is it? Let's have another referendum. Fuck you. So you'd start with, no one gives a fuck about psychics. Apart from other psychics, and they're probably all against each other anyway, because it's it's competition, isn't it? So you pick off the psychics first, sling them in the gulag. That's fine, and then you can work your way through the more wacky religions until you get to the more mainstream religions, I think. So you would go, all right, we're doing Scientology next. We're doing voodoo. We're doing Jainism. We're doing and you work your way up to sort of Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, your big six, and then when you've got rid of all of that, then it's all about the sort of the great leader. Then you got yourself a sort of North Korea style deal, and that's it. Seems like it's going pretty well over there, right, guys? They got money to spend on nukes. Is that the utopia? Yeah, they've got nice trousers. Kim Jong-un's got a But look, he's wearing some big slacks, man. He's got some big fucking trousers. And if that is not the hallmark of a successful society, enormous trousers, if you got money to spend on that much additional unnecessary fabric, you must be doing pretty well as a society. Look, let's get fucking Kim Jong-un trousers. Yes. Look at the scale of these bad boys. Right? That's the fucking dream, isn't it? Wow. But no one else, he's got the biggest, okay? So, interesting. Okay, so maybe this is the thing. Maybe there is like a hierarchy of trousers. Here's a big, yeah? That's a big old set of fucking slacks. You could have a whole family live in those. Like that, they're like Blue Bolt jeans. They're seriously like, that's some Trip to Eclipse spliffy fucking deal there, just because they're not denim, Look at his little tiny shoe fitting out the bottom of it. Oh, incredible. But everyone else's are sort of, they're baggy, but they're kind of normal size, I mean, Trump has some big slacks, yeah, but nothing. Kim Jong-un's twice the size, easily. And Trump is on some relaxed fit trousers there. He ain't into fitted clothing, yeah. He's a big boy. He's carrying a few extra pounds. Oh look, people are on this. Write this down. Big fucking trousers. But yeah, like, look at them. Incredible stuff. Yeah, so surely with trousers like that, they must be doing pretty well over there. So I'm just saying that's the goal. So Kim Jong-il, here he is. His were much more normal. They're fairly normal. I mean, Kim Jong-il, he looks like one of those old women from Los Angeles who've had way too much plastic surgery. Like, that's what he looks like there. Why won't it go down? What's going on here? No. Oh, no. Oh no, what have I done? Oh God. Go back. Come here. What have I doing? Searching for the fucking thing. Yeah, look, he looks like he's just come out of somewhere in Beverly Hills. Yeah, he needs a Pomeranian dog on him, maybe 2 or 3 Pomeranian dogs. They're like, oh, we should go and get some avocado. Why not? They do great avocado down the road. They do sushi with the avocado. Oh, bring the car around. Have the valet bring the car around. Oh, I got a 3 o'clock appointment to get the nails done. That's what, look, seriously, yeah. I gotta get a bit more faster, gotta get some more stuff shot into my face. Maybe, but hey, you know, he runs a tight ship over there. He runs a tight ship. Where are we going? What the fuck are we talking about? Let's try and do a shoe throw of the week. For me, personally, it's Holy Moly by Document 1. If anyone thinks otherwise, please tell me immediately. I think you're right, people of the chat. The intro is a little bit lost profits. What the fuck is going on in the chat? I can't even keep track. It's Ian Watkins. It's Clayton. Porn on Trudeau's laptop. What is going on? Prefer the B-side. I haven't got the B-side. That's Holly Molly by Document One. Just a couple of guys making records and snogging for ages. God bless them. That, for me, is Shoe Thrower of the Week. But, I mean, there's still everything to play for. I mean, there's literally millions of other records out there. So, I mean, we could just suggest old Spore records and have them be Shoe Thrower of the Week every single week. And, frankly, the show would be better for it. But, you know, in the interest of just regular sanity, let's not. Anyway, so I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. Finally, there is a KFC dating simulator where you attempt to date and presumably have sex with Colonel Sanders. And Colonel Sanders is fucking fit now. Yeah, look at those cheekbones. I would finger him good. Finger and lick him good. Everyone knows that I'm not going to read anything from Sick Chirps. I just can't bear it. I can't. And look, we obviously just watched the video. That's that woman who wanked on the train. Yeah. Katie Price got kicked out of a club in Brighton at the weekend for being too drunk. Wow, that's news. Anyway, let's watch this dating simulator. Looks pretty... Yes. 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 Professor Dog. Yes. 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 Wow. But right, okay, let's just right, okay, let's take a step back here, guys. Let's go through this bit by bit. Okay, I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. KFC presents. So is the Colonel funding this? Is the Colonel the Bachelor? Is he trying to find a mate? Okay, anyway, here's Colonel Sanders. He's a sort of hipster Sanders. He's got a nice set of glasses on. He's fit. You know, good cheekbones. Yeah, great looking guy. There he is. Okay, the rivals. What, his rival is a woman? Is she... Okay, I appreciate that this guy on the left, he's clearly a rival. He's hunky. He's a lot hunkier than Sanders. He looks kind of like a gay pirate, actually, if I'm honest. But, you know, all right, let's go with it. Chicken there, just doing his business. Yep, fine. Has he got a sword there, or is that a big hat? Anyway, that's your best friend there. It's another chef. Okay, makes sense. And Professor Dog. Professor Dog is an anthropomorphized hound dressed as a chef in a tiny car that's speeding along. Yep, look, there's Professor Dog. Professor Dog has glasses. Okay, spectacles, in fact. I guess that's to make the dog look more learned. I presume that's how you... I mean, he's a professor after all. And he's got a spatula in his mouth and some sort of puppy dog eyes, one could say. Just like Good Boy. Wow! There's the Colonel having chopped through a boneless bite with a sword, presumably, in a sort of anime style. Bit of fun. Right, okay, so now there's the sort of more game characters, and Professor Dog there again in the spectacles. Is this what we do with dogs with bad eyesight? Are they getting spectacles now? Or is this just the Japanese? I'm presuming this is Japanese. It's got that look to it, hasn't it? Are they just miles ahead in terms of pet care? Whoa, look at the speed at which she's chopping that lettuce. Wow. What's that? Jesus, was this some kind of enemy? Was that salmonella? Some sort of strange, monstrous blob with two forks sticking out the top and two spoons sticking out the bottom, an enormous mouth full of, like, horrible, rotten teeth, and then some sort of deranged collection of eyes above it. All while Sanders and the rest of the gang sail along a rainbow in a boat. The Colonel is waiting. Play now. It's available on Steam. Can someone who is into gaming please get this and report back? I've so many questions and so few answers. I don't know what to say. Is anyone shedding any light on this in the chat? What's going on? Oh God, more talk about Ian Watkins. Christ, what is this? Ranking Radio. The Colonel looks like a trap. Yeah, in a way, yeah, he kind of does. Anything at all? No, doesn't look like. Okay, so right, someone has. What's this? Someone's changed their name to Ian Watkins in the chat. Good. KFC is super big in Japan. They have it for Christmas dinner and that. It's based on Japanese dating sims. Everyone has their own spin on it. There's probably a PewDiePie one. PewDiePie does have an app. It's incredibly relevant, apparently. All right, no, it's just Watkins banter. Great, brilliant, good. Well, I don't know. At least we've moved on from the whole USB 3 situation. There was a lot of hobo ranking talk yesterday. A lot of Conor McGregor stuff as well, which I'm sort of confused by. But you know, I've made my bed. I'm prepared to lie in it. Anyway, I'm confused by the KFC dating simulator, but I'm not surprised. So, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, sad news. Storm Area 51 event axed as creators brand it Fire Festival 2.0. Sad times. Jeff Parsons reporting on this with 0 shares. The creator of the viral Storm Area 51 event in the Nevada desert has called the whole thing off, electing to go to Las Vegas instead. Probably a smart move. The event, which started as a joke Facebook post, quickly grew to the point where over 2 million people said they were attending. It was rebranded as Alien Stock and scheduled to go ahead deep in rural Lincoln County, Nevada. But, citing concerns over safety, infrastructure, and lack of organisation, the creators have pulled the plug. There's probably the fact the US Air Force said they would shoot anyone that goes too close as well. Instead, they are welcoming everyone to go to an event on September 19th in downtown Las Vegas instead. It says, we are not interested, nor will we tolerate any involvement in a Firefest 2.0, they wrote on their website. We foresee a possible humanitarian disaster in the works, and we can't participate in any capacity at this point. Alien Stock is a brand that stands for unity and concern for like-minded people. It's grown into much more than a location. It's a phenomenon that can only promise absolute safety and peace. There's no such thing as absolute safety, is there? And we need to move from the festival to guarantee that. It's still not known how many people will show up to the event. It's quite soon, though. What, a week? So many people signed up to the original Storm Area 51 Facebook event that the US Air Force issued a warning to anyone trying to infiltrate the facility. Area 51 is an open training range for the US Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into the area where we train American armed forces, the US Air Force spokesperson said in a statement. The US Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets. Well, it's sad. It's sort of petered out a little bit, hasn't it? It's I feel like I'm losing hope of seeing them aliens, you know, and particularly seeing them alien titties. The chances of being able to clap them alien cheeks are becoming lower and lower and lower. I mean, I don't get too much into the minutiae of it, but like, what level are we likely to be able to communicate with these aliens? I mean, I'm thinking about it from a consent point of view. You know, do you think you just get the vibe, like you communicate in the international language of love? Yeah. Do you think you just know, like, it's on? Yeah, it's cheek clapping time. Or do you think it'd be awkward? Do they drink? Do you have to go out? Both of you get a little bit drunk, just, you know, loosen up a little bit, not too drunk. You know, how do they handle booze? Do you need to put some romantic music on? Maybe you could a few jokes. I mean, again, if they don't understand the language, a bit of slapstick or something. Pretend to fall over. Yeah, all of this. Just break the ice. You know, it's hard sometimes, even going on a date and breaking the ice from someone of the same species and culture who's grown up in the same town as you. You know, so to break the ice with someone who's not even from the same planet, you know, so far as, you know, to get to the position of being able to see them alien titties, and clap them cheeks. I'm just going to say there's work, but it might not be a first date situation. You might have to go on a couple, and you're probably going to have to. I mean, cinema's a good choice because then you don't have to talk so much, and they can just, if they can't understand the language, they can enjoy the colours and the images and so on and so forth. So yeah, but you never know. You might turn up and you might just take one look in those big old alien eyes and be like, it's on. They might be coming on to you, but they might come on too strong. You might be like, hey, I really need to get to know you. And then, they got those big, long alien fingers. Well, this alien's getting handsy with me. It's too quick. You're moving too fast, buddy. Slow down. Relax. Let's dance a little. I don't know. I don't know how it would go. I would hope that, as I say, the universal language of love would prevail. That's the dream, isn't it? Or do you maybe they've got some alien pingers. And you could do a half or something, and then then you both be a bit loose, just dancing, bits of some jams or something, bit of put a bit of Barry on, a bit of Barry, soften up the alien, soften you up as well. Just get those shoulders working, get the hips going, moving around, get the blood flowing. Before you know it, a couple of hours later, you're back at the travel lodge. Whew, shit's going down. Yeah. You don't want to get the alien clap, though. You don't want to get... Last thing you need is to get, intergalactic space AIDS. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't even know... there's probably no cure for that. Who knows what the symptoms could be? Don't bear thinking about. Also, what you can get an alien pregnant could happen. Maybe that's the way to really, bridge the gap, bridge the divide between the two species, the two worlds. Mixed race alien babies, mixed species alien babies, cute. Adorable, big eyes. Oh, lovely. There's a story, but I might have to save it for next week. Actually, about a sperm bank they've had to demand that they let everyone know where everything's coming from after a few babies came out Asian. I don't know. I mean, what's wrong with Asian babies? What, are they racist or something? I don't know. We'll delve more into that. And maybe it's another story like that Dutch guy who's running the sperm bank and just throwing everyone else's spunk in the bin and just using his own. He's got 80 or 90 kids. He died without having to be held accountable to it. Bruh, they have big meetups now. There's fucking loads of them. Yeah, well, whatever. Just fine. Who cares? You'd worry, though, that you might accidentally fall in love with someone and they might also, there might be a half-brother or something. It happens. It does happen because siblings have a bond that is different to the bond, different to a bond you can get with a stranger. So you meet this person, random person, you don't think you've ever met them before or that you know them. You have this amazing bond. Wow, you fall in love. Turns out, later down the line, you're fucking related. It happens. It does happen. More than you think. I don't know how much you think. I don't know how much I think. I don't know how much it happens. I'm talking out of my arse. I don't know what I'm on about. Don't listen to me. Just watch with the sound off. Put your own music on. It's fine. Just enjoy the spectacle of it. Just enjoy the thrashing around, the unkempt beard, the tit sweat, the lobsters, the coffee. Just, enjoy it. Look, guys, it's the end of the show. Yeah, it's the end of fucking the week. We've done pretty well. I mean, there's been significant triggering this week, but what are you going to do? What are we talking about here now? More talk about Clayton and Clayton's food business. Yep. Someone has hacked it. Yeah, we know. Yeah, it's there's a lot to take in on that, I will say. There's going to be a lot to digest, but as all I'm prepared to comment is, sucks to be Clayton today. So, listen, yeah. Have a good weekend. Be nice to each other. Enjoy yourself. Try and come out at the end of the weekend a little bit better than you went in. It's tough, I know. There's a lot of temptations in this world. Booze, food, women. But, be strong. You might be all right. It'll probably be okay. Thank you to everyone who supported on Patreon. In an hour or so, a new episode of Jungle Ate My Hamster will go up. Recorded it yesterday. Just need to edit it and put it up. That is going to go straight up. you can enjoy that. There's a new episode of Rankin Radio on the Rankin Radio Patreon. If you're on that, don't miss out. It's particularly offensive. I think you'll enjoy it. And also on October, well, a couple of events. 21st September, a week on Saturday, I'm playing at the Volks for Bass Connection with Father Funk and some other characters. Come down for that. There's some lobos are coming down. It'll be a fucking good old-fashioned lobster party. Get on the lobster dust. Do what you gotta do. And then 9th of October, Rankin Radio Live. Me and Jim will be recording a live podcast at the Brunswick in Hove, 8 o'clock. I will make more information about that available very soon. We'll do a Facebook event. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, that'll be a lot of fun. You can see, you can gaze upon Jim and the sheer scale of the man. He's a unit. He's big for the weight, let's say. He's, big for the weight. Anyway, thank you to everyone that's supporting on Patreon. You're wonderful people. If you want to support financially, there are various, there are some benefits, not least the respect you'll gain from your friends and family, but also you get access to some exclusive gubbins, to Whiskey and Memes. There'll be a new Whiskey and Memes next week. To Jungle Ate My Hamster, which is my audio book, which is being serialized. You know, just and you get that sort of warm glow of knowing that you're helping someone less fortunate than yourself. You also can get your name on the VIP list, which is Greg Cornford, Oliver Hooper, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matty Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Lily Unsub, Richard Frank, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief, Cooper, Gennady Lightfield, James Parry, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Squiffington, Ian the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, A Guy With No STDs, Ames MC, Josh Williams, Rob Humphrey, Shibby T, Coco Shiva, Dan Elton, Taran Wilmore, Mr. Poke, Dark Progressive, Sergeant SD, Superior, Drum and Bass, Kris Breaks, The Bill, Karissa Barthelson, Odin Bates, Lee Fuller, D, General Jeremy Flaxis, Matt Wright, Grant Sullivan, Don Robinson, Dab Smasher, Connor Smythe, Kevin Kaiser, Chris Shaw, Cosmic Waff, Meatloaf, Nick Brock, Sean Simpson, Robin Card, Hugh, Dana, Sarah Hunt, The Hitchmuffs, El Tech, Willay, Ben Berger, Dan Tweed, Lupe Salazar, Big Wodge, My Hill, Mighty Danny, Nick Fleming, Carl Lewis, Gordon and Liz, Carl Williams, Tom Skipper, unfortunately it's George DC, Anthony Anthony Sharp, Claudia Lashmere, Benish, Dren Moshe, Timid, John Forsyth Anderson, PSN Godlike, MC Hammer Daddy, and your mum. Guys, I'll be back on Monday for more of this madness until eventually it drives me to the edge. I love you, and please enjoy your weekend. Be with God.